everyone, and welcome
Hello.
to the ANIME podcast.
Oh,
We're
God.
back after a long hiatus. Bigger and better and stronger than ever.
Are we? It's
I
a lot to
hope
promise.
so.
I don't want to do that. I'm not making any promises.
We don't make any promises
I
here.
promise
I've signed no
that
contracts.
if you were disappointed by our content, you will only continue to be the same level of disappointed.
Exactly. Mediocre guarantee.
We
every
promise
time.
the exact same level of quality.
Amen.
Maybe a little bit better.
I'm Whimsy.
Are you?
Poke is supposed to introduce
Are
yourself.
you? Are you?
I'm
Something
Whimsy
fishy's
Wanders,
about this.
and you guys are,
Oh, no.
and you are.
Wait, wait, are you Anno? Who are you?
That's
Batman.
not no. Who are you? Say your name.
Robert Pattinson? Is that you?
Who are you?
Yes.
Confirmed. Robert Pattinson is a member of our podcast.
Okay.
Got everyone.
And you are. Gosh darn it! Say your darn name.
I am.
All right, he's not important. Welcome back,
I'm
everyone.
also Eddie.
Yeah, his name's Eddie. He's not important. Welcome back, everyone. We are here to talk about anime.
Wait, people were here? Like they were waiting? Were you guys waiting for this episode?
No one watches these, but hi to the person
Hello.
who does. We appreciate
The
you.
one guy in the theater who waited for a new episode of this, I just want to say you're the best fan.
Like,
you're
comment, and
you
smash
are the
that like
superior
button
fan.
and subscribe.
Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you
You're our best
and
friend.
your loyalty, and I would give you a very curt high five
Exactly.
because I enjoy you, but I don't care for any other personal contact.
So that's not about anime. What anime? Okay, let's start with you, Otto.
You know what we should do,
Yes.
actually?
What?
We should do a The Disease episode. Hold on, I want to get like the
Oh my
same
goodness.
tone,
That's a great
right?
idea.
I want to do the same tone of voice for it. The Disease.
Episode.
So if you guys would like a The Disease episode, let us know so we can do an episode about the disease.
That's actually a great idea because there's so many times in anime where there's somebody just has a mysterious disease.
Say the.
The mysterious the disease. But on now, what anime have you been watching since, like, I don't know, the last time we recorded an eternity ago?
Before the
The
disease.
disease. Well, that wasn't before the disease. That was during the disease. This is getting annoying. Can we stop?
No.
Darn
Yeah,
it.
it's annoying. No,
Okay.
we drop it.
No, what anime
Okay.
are you watching?
Yeah, we're good to a good start. But to answer your question, Whimsy, I've watched a couple of animes and also some donhwas, so I can talk a bit about those. I think the biggest anime that I watched was JoJo. I watched
Was it-
Diamonds
Yes.
Are Unbreakable. Huh?
Was it a rather bizarre adventure?
It was a bizarre adventure.
Oh,
Shut up.
why?
The show
Why?
is very odd. Yeah, I feel like
Why?
as soon as you said, "Is it a bizarre adventure?" we close the curtains and we're done.
Yeah, the podcast is over.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody go home.
but-
That one guy, you can go now. Thank you.
That one guy's
We
not interested
appreciate you.
anymore. We just he's we
Look,
broke
if the
his
one
loyalty.
guy walks out, we don't have anybody else.
Well, he's gone. Goodbye.
Also, that sounds interesting. So, how much JoJo did you watch on now? Like, did you catch up completely with
Yes,
the anime?
yeah. So I guess that would be considered free seasons because I watched Diamonds Are Unbreakable, Golden Wind, and Stone Ocean. Which basically, with those free seasons, those were the three that I hadn't watched before, and now I'm caught up with current JoJo in terms of the anime. And that was basically what I was goaling for. I was hoping to be able to catch up. So I started in December, I think, watching the seasons of JoJo, and I think I finished catching up in February. So that was pretty solid. All of the seasons I think had good and bad. I think of the three, I think I liked Diamonds Are Unbreakable the best. Though it's not perfect. So I guess to jump back for anyone that's not familiar with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, it's basically every season follows someone with the name JoJo. as a JoJo through their world.
Adventures.
Okay, but like it's all their names
Yes.
JoJo though? Like is it JoJo like senior, JoJo junior,
Aren't they called Joestars?
JoJo the fourth?
They're called Joestars.
Yeah, well, like,
Their
all of them have like names that are like can become a Joe for their first name, and most of them have the last name Joestar. But then there's Giovanni, which starts with a G, not a J, but it sounds like a Joe.
He's a G-star.
Wait, Giovanni? Is it Giovanni Joestar? His last name's not Joestar, right?
It's G-star.
No, it's not Joestar because he was not related to that main line besides the fact that he was birthed from the body of a Joestar.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second here. Oh, his name is Giorno Giovanna, so his name is not JoJo, it's Go-Go.
I guess that works.
So it's
Go-Go's Bizarre
So it's
Adventure.
the 5, no, it's the 4, no, it's 5. It's the 5
You can do
it's
this,
the
Eddie.
5 JoJos and the 1 Go-Go.
Go Star Ranger.
Yeah, I imagine Giovanni's just like, he's like the Green Ranger that kind of just shows up and everyone's like, what are you doing here? Are you evil or something? And just like the Green Ranger just kind of shrugs.
Wait,
Like,
yeah, isn't Giorno, I remember now, Giorno became a gang star, right? So he controls all crime because he's now the gang star.
Yeah, his dream was to become the top mobster, basically.
Yeah, so he controls all of crime in Italy.
Yeah, and I think that his body count is the highest of all the JoJos. Like, he's murdered the most people. So, that's something.
Murder.
This feels like an awkward time because like I think, well, I guess I should ask. So out of the seasons that you watched more recently, now, which one was your favorite?
Diamonds Are Unbreakable. So I think, like, for Golden Wind, which is the one with Giorno, I really like the setting of Italy. It's just, I like the globetrotting of Italy. And I do think for Stone Ocean, the prison setting that they have is quite interesting and different. But I think the characters are just funnest in Diamonds Are Unbreakable. Admittedly, I actually am not as big of a fan of the JoJo of that season. I found that JoJo was inconsistent in his characterization, which kind of bothered me, but all the supporting characters, I think, were some of the best. And though I have an issue with it in many ways, they had the kind of thing where, like, a lot of the enemies end up becoming best pals and, like, will help out. And I'm, like, kind of, like, annoyed with that. But on the other hand, it's, like, cool. You can see these characters again and see their powers used in a different way. And that's in contrast to Golden Wind, where they just murder everyone. So no one has to come back, because they're dead. But I think, like, all 3 of the seasons have an appeal to them. And I think that I prefer the 3 seasons over the previous 3 seasons of JoJo that I saw. Far less animal murder. That's a big highlight.
I feel like once JoJo is a really nice thing to experience, especially from the beginning, because you kind of see Araki mature in his writing style and like how he likes to tell the JoJo stories over time. Because I feel like a big thing early on is that if he wanted to show how powerful someone was, they would kill an animal to detail to the main cast how dangerous this person was.
That's pretty yikes.
Yeah.
I really gotta watch JoJo. I feel like a fake anime fan every time this topic comes up.
No, that's
like,
fine.
I should know.
There are like people who watch anime and have never watched like, I don't know.
Full Metal?
Brotherhood.
I was gonna say Sword Art. I didn't want to say it.
I mean, God bless those people who haven't watched Sword Art. They're not yet unclean.
But yeah, I would say JoJo is pretty much like a centric thing. And I find it really funny too that like a lot of people feel that way, especially because it feels like a very different kind of show, but it just has a lot of anime stuff going on in it. Like I feel like a lot of people who don't normally watch anime could probably watch JoJo as like a general cartoon, because it especially early on, that's how it felt.
I already got a question. Does that guy's hair... I'll have to put a picture on the screen.
Yeah.
Does that guy's hair fire bullets?
No.
Because it looks like it should.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So
But
just
he
has-
can make things into frogs and then turn them back into the things. Technically, right? He could turn a gun into a frog, put it in the window, and then walk into the house and say, I don't have any guns, and then pick up the frog from the window, turn it back into a gun, and then shoot someone.
Yeah, there's actually a whole thing in one of the episodes where he does turn a gun into something else to get away with murder.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because his, stand power is he can turn non-living things into living things.
I feel like this would frustrate CSI.
Well, yeah, when,
Your murder weapon gets turned into a frog.
well, it's more like he keeps getting weapons into places that no one is allowed to take weapons, and there's no way you wouldn't notice. Yeah, and I would say over time, JoJo was really interesting for that reason. It's like, I think Giorno's was one of the first stand powers. You kind of see that, it has literally no ceiling in terms of application, because Araki's just throwing ideas at the board now in terms of, what abilities he's kind of thinking through. And that's what I really like, is that towards, the more recent JoJo stuff, you'll see that, he'll just have an idea and then just be like, sure, whatever. One of my favorite characters in Stone Ocean is Weather Report, because he can just make weather. And it's a weather effect that happened once.
So this is literally just a Dungeons and Dragons.
He can make it rain bullets because apparently it rained bullets one time. And that counts as weather.
So this is literally just a Dungeons and Dragons session.
Most anime is.
But for 7 seasons. That's what this sounds like to me.
Actually, it kind of is, yeah. No, it now that I see it, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'd actually argue that transition that Eddie's talking about for Araki, getting really creative with powers actually happened in Diamonds Are Unbreakable. Because the main character in that season, he's able to return things to whatever their previous state was. So he has moments where he turns, concrete back into oil. Or not oil, whatever comes before concrete. And so, he kind of, plays around, how far back can his powers actually go in terms of returning things to previous states. To be honest, I'd say, that guy's power, as well as Giovanni's, and as well as, there's this one manga artist, those are, my 3 favorite powers, and 2 of the 3 of those are actually from Diamonds Are Unbreakable. When I say favorite powers, I mean, those are the ones that I would like to have.
Mm.
That sounds like a cool power.
No, yeah, I think you're right. And I feel like it's kind of after the 3rd season of JoJo. No, not 3rd season, but the 3rd entry of JoJo with the main character of Jotaro. It becomes a lot more creative in terms of stuff. Because, one of the main characters in Star Platinum has a stand that just shoots fire. That's what it does.
Can the guy who can turn stuff back into its original form turn people back into embryos? Because that's terrifying.
Josuke can do that, and I'm not sure. Technically, I guess he could, but it seems like he doesn't control the time around an object. He more brings it back into the state in which it existed.
So it's not time travel; it's deconstruction.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if he punched a cake, it
Well,
would turn
he's
back
able to
into
heal
the
people,
mix.
remember?
Yeah.
Can he turn humanity back into the fish that crawled out of the ocean?
I-
Just so I can flip it off.
I'm gonna tell you, that started happening around Golden Wind, which is the 5th entry in JoJo, where people started getting power-ups to their stands, and they started doing weird timey-wimey nonsense. So
They started to get Super Saiyan.
yeah. So it's possible that in a specific timeline of JoJo, yes, that did happen.
Okay, just checking. The show sounds great.
JoJo's good.
Yeah,
I would generally recommend JoJo. Whether anime fan or not, I think JoJo in itself is actually a really interesting and enjoyable idea to watch.
Yeah. So hey,
Yeah.
you one guy, one fan.
Yeah.
Have you watched JoJo yet? Better get on it. Better get to it. Get Skippy.
I'm pretty sure that one guy has.
Pretty sure that one guy's left.
Yeah.
Can we like name him? It feels weird to just like talk to like this disembodied. It also feels weird because like, what if there's two people?
Hi, Joe.
And we only talk about
Hi,
the one.
Joe.
Is his name Joe?
Hi, Giovanni JoJo Star.
Oh, I get it. He's Joe Star. Like he's just JoJo.
Joe is a very common name, as we've established by all the ways that you can turn Giovanni, Jolene, Jotaro. Like, all of those are Joes. So the chances that we have a Joe being the one person in the audience, surprisingly high.
You're right. I get that.
Yeah.
I really liked that progression in JoJo, and I really enjoyed watching Stone Ocean more recently. I would say that, like, I think a lot of people considered that they may not like Stone Ocean because it focuses like around a setting where it's not really like you're moving around like a lot of places, even within like a city. It all takes place in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And I also know some people themselves have also not been the biggest fan of Jolene as a main character. I love Jolene.
I've heard people really like her.
Jolene's great. Jolene's like the most like normal person in the entire JoJo series.
Everyone I've heard talk about Jolene likes her personally.
Jolene is super relatable.
That's like in the prison arc, right?
Yeah, that's the prison arc.
That's all I know about it.
It's not Prison Break with JoJo. She actually breaks back into prison.
So isn't that what they do in Prison Break?
I didn't watch that much Prison Break.
Neither did I, but I heard that they break back into the prison.
But I think it's possible that Araki watched Prison Break and was like, what if I made Prison Break but with JoJo?
JoJo is just Prison Break confirmed.
It's not confirmed. You'd have to ask Araki if he's watched Prison Bake.
Prison Bake?
Yeah, Prison Bake Off. Prison Bake Championships. No, Prison Break. Prison/break, because they have a weird, like, slash.
Never mind.
Okay, I feel like we're getting off topic here, but can I just mention that, like, there's a really weird thing in Prison Break where, like, someone has, like, a map of the prison's underground pipe systems on their body, like, as a tattoo, and that's, like, the most JoJo thing ever.
That is very anime.
This is like an anime thing.
Yeah. I will agree with that.
Yeah. So it's very possible.
Alright.
I would say that, like, out of the seasons that have been out so far, I really like Stone Ocean, but Golden Wind is still probably my favorite. And it's not just because of the high body count. It just feels like a lot of the main JoJo characters, you know, kind of sidle around, like, a general idea of, like, we want to be heroes.
Murder?
Or we want to, like, yeah, center around the idea of murder, right? Or we want to, like, save someone. But Golden Wind is just this guy's like, I want to become a mobster. I want to become the big mobster. And they're like, cool. But
yeah, everyone's so okay with the idea of mobster in this season. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Like, one of my favorite interactions that became a meme in this season is that, like, one guy gets up in their face because I think they stole his seat or something, and they just beat him up.
Good.
Yeah, I was watching a meme compilation with like one meme per episode from JoJo, and they had that. And I was watching it with a friend of mine who hasn't seen JoJo, and she broke out laughing seeing that.
We will include a link to meme in the comment section.
Well, we can have it as a gift, I hope.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, you never know anymore what you can show on YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube.
Thanks, copyright nonsense.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Let us advertise your anime for free.
No.